why did you decide to book one for yourself today?
I've been following you since for some time now,
Oh,
so
very.
just wanted to, get along with you. So just wanted to recite to you and check, just get a
Okay,
feedback.
that's nice to hear, Mulk. Just
There is
like,
always room for improvement. So yeah,
Mulk. So wait, one thing which is just came to my mind, and I think is quite interesting. So you're in Dubai, right? You lived in Dubai. Would you
yeah,
say majority of your life you've been in Dubai?
yeah.
Yeah. So how was your experience learning the Quran whilst in Dubai?
It's been really great, honestly. Like the environment and everything. Like it's for Muslims and
Mm.
and I actually learned to read Quran from my one of my cousins who is Hafiz as well back in my home country. So I learned the basics from him, but then I moved here, so from the imams of the masjid. So that's
Yeah.
how I got.
Do you know in Dubai, the Quran learning, does it work the same way? For example, myself, I'm also Bengali, right? So what
Yeah.
we usually do in the UK, so you go to school and then after school, you go to, for example, the masjid and you learn Quran there. But Dubai being obviously a Muslim area, so how does it work over there?
There are so many institutions like that give like, from government, so they teach you for free and along with before school you go there, then you learn. But like when I moved here, I was in grade 8, so like I memorized most of it in back in Bangladesh, like
Yeah.
so some of the surahs from Quran. But then when I moved here, like kind of was distracted, I would say, because with the school and everything, because I moved here, then it
Yeah.
was like high school, so it was kind of difficult to manage everything. Yeah, I regret that decision though. Like I should have, completed, at least done some part of it. So yeah, and I'm trying to get back to it, like get back to memorizing the Quran.
Very.
But yeah,
Why is that?
I want to feel more connected to the Quran, honestly. Like I can see like it makes huge difference in Salah as well. Like,
Mm.
while memorizing you can recite more fluently and also, try to understand bit by bit afterwards. Yeah.
Mm. But it's really quite interesting because, well, like you moved to, so eighth grade is how old? How old is that?
I was probably 16,
16.
something.
Right. So usually this is from my seeing with people, right? Like if they're 16 years old and now they've just changed their life and now they're going to Dubai, right? Quran and like focusing about your religion would be sadly the last thing on their mind, right? It's just the
Yeah.
reality. Um, I'm assuming, please correct me if I'm stepping out of line here. That's kind of what you kind of fell into. I'm not saying you abandoned it completely, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah.
So it
So
was for me, it was like more of like just preserving whatever I'd memorized rather
mm.
than learning something new. So that's what it was like, just revising whatever I memorized and everything. So it
And
was more.
I realized you said that you regret it. So what makes you regret? What is it that you regret?
I mean, so the journey with the Quran, it's basically if you memorize it, then you have the more time to give you can give dedicate for understanding it. So
Mm,
there's that certain age like where you don't have much to think about. You know,
mm.
so that's what like my sister is doing now, mashallah, like she's done with 15 Jews.
Oh, like
Yeah, so and I see that and I'm like, should have.
okay, subhanallah. And okay, so it seems like it somewhat runs in the family. At least you guys are learning Quran from a young age. So is that something like your parents and your family like put onto you guys, or was it
Yep.
like
Yes, like for me, like alhamdulillah, like my father, he never cared about my school grades and everything. Like since the time, like but from he comes back from work, he'll just ask, "Have you recited the Quran and
wow?
have you prayed all the 5 times?" He'll just ask about that. So alhamdulillah.
It's really nice somebody. And here's a question for you to just think about. And if you want to answer it, feel free. If not, it's up to you. Do you think that, or do you have the feeling that maybe because your father put so much effort and was really on top of you learning the Quran and praying 5 times salawat, do you think that plays a big factor on you regretting like some of the decisions that you made as soon as you moved to Dubai, now being
It does.
older?
It does, because my father wanted me to become a hafiz as well.
Okay.
Like back then he used to live here since like very long time. I was there with my mom and my cousin there, so he wanted me to put in the, those in Bangladesh they have those Hifz center and everything.
Yeah.
But then he was kind of scared to give, send me away from that. And
Okay.
sometimes it's like a bit harsh on the students, the
Yes, yes,
teachers.
yes, yes.
So all those things he was thinking a lot. So yeah, but he still says like, I wanted to become a hafiz.
Subhanallah, barik. So, and so, Allah, so would you say then, would you say that's a driving factor that you still want to, give that some sort of, fulfillment to your parents or whatnot?
It does.
Ta'ala. Yeah.
It is. Inshallah. Yeah.
Allah, may Allah bless you for doing akhirah. So the way today is going to work is we're going to listen to Surah Al-Fatiha first. Okay, do Surah Al-Fatiha. I suggest you recite Surah Al-Fatiha off by memory because that's how you pray Surah Al-Fatiha in the Salah, right? So hopefully for maximum benefit, inshallah. And the reason I said is because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that if your Surah Al-Fatiha is incorrect, then your Fatiha is also incorrect. So hopefully, if we can mimic the way you recite Surah Al-Fatiha in the prayer, then we can hopefully correct any mistakes there. And then if you got more time, Masood, then inshallah we hopefully you've prepared a page, we listen to that page and give you more feedback on that. Okay?
Sure.
How does that sound? All good?
Yeah, all good.
Perfect. So we're going to begin Surah Al-Fatiha. The way Surah Al-Fatiha is going to work is you're just going to recite the full surah. I'm not going to interrupt you. I might tell you to slow down and repeat something, and then we'll take all of the feedback at the end. Yeah? Lovely.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, Masood, please begin with recite loud and slow. Yeah, loud and slow.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Just stop there. Just stop. Okay, continue.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Hey, Allahumma barik. You got some really nice Quran, by the way, Allahumma barik. So wait, did you learn the majority of your Quran in Bangladesh? So you started off learning Bangladesh and then did you continue it in Dubai as well a little bit afterwards?
Yeah.
Very, very nice. One thing which I like about Dubai, I've been in Dubai, I've only been there once. So if you're anything like me, you're an English speaker trying to learn the Quran and you can't find the correct place to do that, then maybe this is the calling you've been waiting for, or you've been tested and proven by hundreds of Muslims already. So many have been taken through this process by me in the background, and now I've polished, I've refined, and doubled down on what's working, bringing you the very best. Click the button below and join the thousands and thousands who have previously gone through this process and they started just like you were, and now alhamdulillah they're reciting the Quran fluently, they're memorizing the Quran. Some have even gone on to learn the different recitations of the Quran. Click that button below and I cannot wait to help you get started. You will find what you're looking for. If you want to find good, and you want to find, Islam and Quran and Sunnah, you want to find all of this, you'll find. If you look for all of that, you'll find it. But if you look, if you're looking for, the haram or whatnot, you can find it. Then may Allah guide and protect the people over there. So it's really, really nice that you can hear that some sort of like Arab,
Yeah,
whatnot, in your recitation. Okay.
yeah. That's what, like in Ramadan in Dubai, it's like just amazing. Like, you get to hear even Mishari Al-Afasi came last
Mm,
Ramadan. So, so it's just like me and with my friend. That's what, like, your company matters a lot. So,
without a
with
doubt.
my friend, we're just going around to different
Alright.
masjids, just listening to.
It's amazing. Yeah, subhanallah. That's one thing I really, really like about the Arab country. Sometimes, for example, I can say this about the Bengali community. When they pray the Tarawih prayers or in Ramadan, it's not really the best because they're just trying to finish really quick.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's the difference. So
but in like
before
from
I
the
used to
Arab
go,
countries,
yeah,
like really, really nice Quran
yep,
recitation, right? So I picked up on a few things on your Surah Al-Fatiha. Inshallah, you can focus on them. Uh, the first is be very careful when you have a sukoon on a letter, right? Uh, don't make qalqala if the letter doesn't have qalqala. Do you know what qalqala is?
mm,
So bouncing.
bounce, yeah,
For example, you should say ahad, the bouncing of the dal, ahad. Tabbat yada abi lahabi wa tab,
yeah,
bouncing of. Okay, but only five letters have that. Qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal.
Bajinda.
Any other letter, no bouncing. For example, in the word ash-shaytan, shay. Do not
Oh,
say shaya, shaya. So you said أعوذ بالله من الشيطان, shay. You bounce. So just shaytan. Let's try
oh,
that word.
shaytan,
Good. Now because it is a huruf, you try just hold a little bit.
yeah,
Shaytan.
shaytan,
Good, lovely. Now you made another one of these mistakes similar in the word na'budu. You said na'budu. Can you hear the difference?
yeah. I
Yeah.
have that, like, a throat issue, like, all the time. I get it with the I. I
Everybody,
was,
everybody says you got a throat issue when it comes to the letter
I get it.
Ain.
Yeah,
Very good. So again, you're adding color to the letter Ain here, so that's not correct. So do not
yeah.
say
Nah,
na'budu, just
nah, budu,
na'budu. Let's hear again.
nah, budu.
Good. Yeah, amazing, amazing. Lovely. So those were two mistakes were with the similar qalqala thing. And then we got another two mistakes, which is a ya sakin preceded by kasra. So when it says, for example, the word rajim, right? You have the jim with the kasra and then the ya is sukun, right? You said rajam. You're making an sound instead of
Yeah,
e. Yeah, it seems as though some of the sounds exiting your nose and your lips are not in the correct position. E. So what I want you to do is let's try that again. Say this word, just rajim.
rajim,
Good, better, much better. And it also happened in the exact same thing. You said mustaqim. That's what you said. Mustaqim. It should be E. Mustaqim. Let's try that.
mustaqim.
So again, you're doing it right now. You're saying qi, not you're saying it from your nose. Don't say it from your nose. Mustaqim. Allow your mouth to open a little bit more.
Mustaqim.
Better, much better. Can you hear the difference, or are you not
Yeah,
aware? Yeah, perfectly. And then the last one is just your kasra. Do you know what is? When I say kasra, do you know what that is?
it's
The
the,
Z, the line
yeah,
below the letter.
the Z,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, lovely, perfect. So, if I was to ask you, Masoud, what is the sound of the kasra? What would you
E,
say? E. Good.
E,
And I like the way you said E and not I. So it's E. E. In the word alayhim, you said alayhim. And I wasn't trying to be too strict with the rest of it, but I think this is something you could probably work on throughout. Kasra is an E sound, not an sound. So do not say alayhim, say alayhim. E. Let's try it.
E. Alayhim.
So you're saying him. Alayhim.
Alayhim. عليهم.
Good, much better. Allah barik. Right, amazing. Right then, let's go through a page, inshallah ta'ala, if you've got one in mind.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell me what surah and ayah.
Surah Mulk.
Okay,
Start.
perfect. So the way we're going to do this one, inshallah ta'ala, is as soon as I see a mistake, I'm just going to stop you. I'm going to work it on the spot instead of how we did in Surah Al-Fatiha, inshallah ta'ala. And I might stop you before you finish the page, just
Yeah.
if you have, depending on time, inshallah ta'ala, okay?
Inshallah.
Whenever you're ready, Kareem, again, slowly, inshallah ta'ala, and let's begin.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
So let's try focus on the kasra, E. So instead of bis, bis.
بسم الله
So you're still saying,
الرحمن. Yeah.
so you're still saying bis. Let's break it down, let's break it down. First, sound of the kasra, E.
E.
Good.
E.
B.
B.
Lovely. Now, sound of the scene. S. Good. B. S.
B.
Good. Let's try bridge that gap. Take your time. Don't worry about stretching it for now. B. S.
B.
Good. Beast.
Bis.
Kind of. Don't say E. Beast. Beast.
Bis.
So you're saying bis. E. E. One tip for the kasra is smiling. E. Beast.
Bis.
You're saying bis. Can you hear the difference between the two ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one, you're only saying bis. You need to be saying beast. Can you hear the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Go on. Let's try again.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو
Let's try soften that kaf. So your kaf was borderline qaf. Tabarak. You said kalladhi. You never said qaf. You never said qal, but you never said ka. Kalladhi, right? Kaf is very, very soft. It's got a quality called hams. Right? Tabarakalladhi, kalladhi. It should be soft. You're making it really, really hard. Let's try again.
تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا.
So instead of ayyukum, ayyu, without stretching it.
أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا.
Don't spit on your ta. Don't say ti. Ti. Yeah.
طباقا.
So you're still saying ti. You have some sort of spitting sound. There's no spitting sound. Ti. Tibaqa.
طباقا.
Much better.
ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور.
Okay, so this word, basara, it's a bit of a tongue twister because you got only one light letter followed by 2 heavy letters, okay? So try not to say ba. So I think you said basara, ba, basara. Yeah, let's try that again. Far,
فارجع البصر.
ba. Take your time, slower, more slower.
فارجع البصر.
فارجع البصر.
فارجع البصر. فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ وَجَعَلْنَاهَا
Stop
رُجُومًا
there. So if you're gonna stop on this word, maybe you run out of breath or something, you have to say وَجَعَلْنَاهَا and stop. Okay, you can't say وَجَعَلْنَا. You just stop in the middle of the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start again from وَلَقَدْ.
وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيا بِمَصَابِيحَ وَجَعَلْنَاهَا رُجُومًا
And
لِلشَّيَاطِينِ
then go back. So because you stopped in a place in the ayah, so go back
وَجَعَلْنَاهَا
one there.
وَجَعَلْنَاهَا رُجُومًا لِلشَّيَاطِينِ وَأَعْتَدْنَا لَهُمْ عَذَابَ السَّعِيرِ
Question.
وَلِلَّذِينَ
So this ra in that final word you just said, is it going to be heavy or light?
Which one?
The
The
word the last word. Yeah.
Sa'ir, like
Why?
raw sound.
Why? Why?
It has kasra in it.
The ra has kasra?
Mm,
The ra does have a kasra, but is that why is that why you're making it light?
and
It's
the,
fine. Right, I'll break it down. So you're correct to say it's light, right? Lovely, amazing. It's right. It is going to be light. Because you're stopping on it, we don't look at the kasra on the ra because that doesn't really mean anything to us because we're stopping on the ra. So what we need to look at, we're treating this as a ra sakin. Lovely. So why is it going to be light? Whenever a ra sakin is, you look at the letter before. The letter before in this scenario is a ya sakin. So it's another sakin letter, look at the letter before again. It's a kasra. So it's going to be light. Okay, that's the reasoning. Now, you know it's supposed to be light, but you made it heavy. That's what I'm trying to get at. You made it heavy. So instead of saying sa'ir, light, you said sa'ir. You made it heavy. Let's try that again. وَأَعْتَدْنَا لَهُمْ عَذَابَ السَّعِيرِ. Light.
وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير
Good. Nice. Mubarak.
وللذين
كسرة.
كفروا وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب
كسرة بهم. So not بهم. بهم.
برب وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا
Again, so
ألقوا
this this ra, again, light.
وبئس
صير.
المصير
So you're making it heavy. Light, make it light.
وبئس المصير
Good.
إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور.
Okay, this is the last ayah we'll recite, but I want you to focus on the connection of the letter qaf to the letter waw. What's happening there? Do you know the name of the rule there?
No.
No problem. Do you know what you're supposed to do?
Qaf should sound a bit more.
No problem. So here there's a rule called idgham, which basically means put them both together. Okay, so you're going to put the qaf and waw and put them together. So depending on which mushaf you're using, you might see a little W on top of the waw. Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
So now this merging, because idgham is of two types, with ghunna, with a nasal sound, or without a nasal sound. This specific scenario we're looking at is a merging with a nasal sound. So you have to say shahiqan and read it from your nose. when you recited it, you did merge it, you put them both together, but you never said it from your nose. You just said shahiqaw. Okay, so what you need to do, and we're going to try this again. So recite it from your, firstly merge it, recite it from your nose, and hold that nose sound for 2 harakat. shahiqaw wa hiya tafur. Yep. Let's recite it from
شهيق
إذا. Let's recite from إذا ألقوا.
إذا إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور
Good. But I want you to get it
تكاد
from, I want you to get it more from your nose. شهيقا قاw.
شهيقا وهي تفور
تمام.
تكاد.
We'll end it there just for time. Barakallah feek. Yeah. And that was really, really nice recitation. Allahumma barik. So are you still currently learning Quran, or would you say you stopped learning Quran, you're just reciting it, or?
I'm like trying to spend more time with this like Imam, like after let's say Asr or something like. I've got corrected for a few letters because I had that issue from long time because like keep on one of the things that I've like asthma, so like sometimes it's tough for me to say certain words
Yeah.
because of
Okay,
like
interesting.
you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
maybe you have noticed like I just push it
Yes, yes,
more
yes,
by
yes.
not saying. So yeah, just trying to work on it.
Allah barik. So your Quran is really, really, it's really nice. I'm gonna say, it is really, really nice. I would suggest, inshallah, from today, you take home that you want to work on your kasra, okay, E sound, and yeah, your kasra, okay, work on your kasra. Now, there's another thing which I think would be really, really beneficial for you, and that is to go through a systematic process of learning the tajweed rules, okay? So for example, when I just asked you a few questions here and there about tajweed, some of them you knew a bit of it, you didn't know much of it. It's okay, it happens. Like, not everyone's learned it, or if you learn it when you're younger, you kind of forget it. Um, there's plenty of playlists on YouTube. I have one myself. I'll probably send it to you after this, inshallah ta'ala. Just go through a systematic book or process of learning all those tajweed rules, so you have it in your head. Okay, that way, instead of someone trying to fix every single mistake you make in the Quran, if you just learn those principles from the get-go, now you have them to apply them whenever you see them in the Quran. Does that make sense? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Lovely. With that then, Habibi, we've come to an end. One question for you, Jata, is how did you find it? How is it? Is it what you expected? Were you expecting yourself to do better, worse? What?
No, I came to this session like knowing that there will be so many because I've seen you. I've been following you on Instagram. I've learned a few things about it, like the light and the heavy letter and all those things. I've been seeing those as well and tried to do it myself.
Oh, that is.
Trying to. So yeah, I just came to this as like I'm a newbie and to
That's a really nice way to approach it. I really appreciate that from you. Jazakallah khair. You come with a fresh, open mind, willing to learn a lot about it. Because everyone's, even me, when I could learn a lot as well from other people, and I still learn a lot. Right? So it's really, really nice to hear. Question, because you mentioned this now second time. You've been following me for a very long time. What made you follow me? Why? I'm interested.
I mean, there are not too many content like focusing on specifically on the tajweed. You'll find recitations and everything, but then focusing on like certain bits of the tajweed, like which are not so common. So yeah,
I
so it
appreciate that.
makes
Jazakallah
it
khair.
interesting. Yeah,
Barakallah feek, Mas'ud. Right then, inshallah. Any questions you want to ask, or you all good?
yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So, last question, ta'ala. What mistakes did you pick out today from yourself that you think you should pay most attention to, and how are you going to fix that? So, two questions. What are the mistakes, and what are you going to do to fix it?
I think for me, the kasra thing, it's been like there for a very long time.
Yep.
And I'm working on it, and also by you have said it like how to like you should stretch your face, like lips more,
Smile. Yeah.
smile. So yeah, inshallah, I'll work on it as well.
Jazakallah khair. Barakallah feek, Mas'ud. Jazakallah khair. If you do have any
Yeah,
other questions, you've got that number. Feel free to message. I'll try my best
inshallah.
to respond to your one, inshallah. With that being said, hopefully I'll see you soon. Inshallah, barakallah
Inshallah,
feek.
inshallah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay then. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa
Alaikum
rahmatullahi
assalam wa
wa
rahmatullah.
barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا